into the group of my chelas. She has, as you've seen, formally accepted me as a guru this evening. So I want you to continue to prosper and grow from strength to strength and attain the highest good. Pandit Sunil Basdevji in the group, all of you, Vinod, all the rest. It's very nice to have you all, and it's very good that you have decided to join us in Bhajan Kirtan and to assist me in a variety of ways. Pandits, other Pandits who are present, Pandit Sunil Basdevji, Sharma Basdevji, उनके धर्मपत्नी सावित्री, भीषम जी, आप अपने पत्नी चंद्रेश जी, अन्य जो भी पंडित जन हैं, special welcome to all of you. Sajjano, ladies and gentlemen, we have done puja, Gauri Ganesh Bhagavan, Surya Navgraha Devata, we have done puja to Bhagavan Satyanarayan, and I will do a little bit of Shri Ram Katha, sing a few bhajan kirtan, and close to 8 o'clock or so we'll bring closure. I suppose then when after we have done it, notice I have not closed the Bedi, we'll do a Havan and Arti towards the end. That's what we will do. So at this time what I will do is to ask Mr. Gosai, so would you like to formally welcome your guest at this time, or should I proceed and then perhaps you may make a few comments towards the end? Yes. Whatever. Yes. So thank you very much, Devji, for having me anyways. It's always a pleasure. तो सज्जनों, रामायण सुमिरन किया जाए, हाथ जोड़कर भगवान के ध्यान करना। हरि ओम। श्री गणेशाय नमः, श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः, श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। जय सुमिरत सिद्धि हो, गणनायक करि भजन, करहु अनुज हसो, बुद्धिनासि सुख संगन, मूक होहि माया, कथा मूक हो ही बाचाल पंकु चढ़े गिरिवर गहन। भगवान के कृपा से सब कुछ हो सकता है। Anything is possible through the mercy and blessings of Bhagavan. So a little bit about what I was reciting earlier. Mook ho hi vachal is in the Vandana, the Namaskar to Bhagavan Satyanarayana, we find it as we find it everywhere as Mukam Karoti Vachal. Angum Lambhete Grim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramanandamad. Same idea, the true God, all things are possible. भगवान के कृपा से गंगा बोल लेते हैं, लगड़ा दुर्गम पहाड़ की चोटी तक चढ़ जाते हैं. These things happen. It's a matter of faith whether we believe or not, right? So, of course, how do we approach God? How do we worship God? What do we do in order to receive the blessings of Bhagavan, of His mercy? पता नहीं तो हमारे महात्माओं ने कहा है उसे स्टोरीज मंत्रहीनम क्रियाहीनम भक्तिहीनम जनार्दनम. We really do not know. We really do not know. Actually, humankind still has a problem in trying to understand who Bhagavan is. In the Satyanarayana Vrat Gatha, there is a shloka that goes, Namo Vangavanasatita Rupaya Danta Satya Adi Madhyanta Hinaya Nirgunaya Gunatma. If you just listen to this, Namo Vangavanasatita, Bhagavan is beyond speech, beyond contemplation, beyond description. Bhagavan is beyond mind. Bhagavan is without beginning. To Namo Vangavanasatita Rupaya Ananta Satya, of many forms. Adi Madhyanta Hinaya, he is without beginning, and he is without middle, and he is without end. Adi Madhyanta Hinaya or Nirgunaya Gunatmane, he is also Nirgun and Sarup. He is without attributes. Even the great scholars of the Vedic period, that's why they concluded, and Tulsidas has captured it, Neti Neti Jahi Nigamaka. They always try to resolve the discussion by saying, not this, not this. That's what Bhagavan is. Not this, not this. And they even, that's why they came up with also Mantrahinam, Kriyahinam, Bhaktihinam, Avahanam na janami tavarjanam pujam jaiva na janami chamasva paramesvara. We do not know how to invoke you, we do not know how to worship you, we do not know how to do visarjan, to bring closure to our ceremonies. Please God, forgive us. That attitude of always bowing with a little bit of humility and reverence and seeking forgiveness is a great attitude to have. And if we go down that road in Sanatana Dharma, we will do very well. Now, एक दो चौपाई और फिर एक दो भजन कीर्तन करेंगे. हरि ओम जरत सकल सुरवृंद, जरत सकल सुरवृंद, far as worship, we should worship without fail. तो जरत सकल सुरवृंद विषम गरल जहिपान. When this entire creation was being consumed by deadly poison, actually we are still being consumed by deadly poison. We'll come to that in a little while. When at the time of the churning of the ocean, Samudra Manthan ke samay, which is a parable of course, when they were churning the ocean and poison came out of the ocean and the poison started to destroy everything, the Devtas prayed to Mahadev. तो जरत सकल सुरवृंद विषम गरल जहिपान किए और महादेव जी भगवान शंकर इनके बिनती सुनकर, hearing the plea, the cry of the Devatas, भगवान महादेव in his mercy drank the poison. उस दिन से भगवान नीलकंठ कहलाया गया है. And then of course he retained the poison in his throat and his throat was stained blue and he was called Neelakanta Dayalu Bhagavan Mahadev. तो तेही न भजेसी मति मंद. A man who, or a woman I should say, man and women, people who do not worship Mahadev are people of small minds. तेही न भजेसी मति मंद कारण को कृपालु शंकर सरस. Who is as merciful as Bhagavan? God is our benefactor. भगवान से ही हमें सब कुछ मिलते हैं. It is through God that we get everything. ये जो जीवन है, हम बोल रहे हैं, गा रहे हैं, खा रहे हैं, सांस ले रहे हैं, ये सब भगवान के कृपा है. That we are speaking, that we are walking, that we are talking, we are breathing. This because of the mercy, the grace of Bhagavan. Some people ask, what does God do for me? Bhagavan उन सबको सुखी रहे. God bless those who still have not come to understand what Bhagavan does for them. And so this of course is the beginning of किष्किंधा कांड of the रामचरितमानस. सुंदर से कथा है. सुग्रीव पर्वत पर बैठा है, चौपाए. करियो आगे चले बहुरी रघुराया, Ram Shri Ram Ati Sabhi Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Hari Bhakti Hai Jaan Jiye Se with Lakshman ji eyed the fox. सीधी सी कथा है, सरल कथा है, very simple कथा. They proceeding south towards the mountain of Rikshu. चले जा रहे हैं दोनों वीर. Sugriv, king in exile, terrorized by his older brother, saw them coming. अति सभीत कहा सुनो हनुमाना. His heart was full of fear. He was always living in fear that his brother Bali would destroy him or would send somebody to destroy him. तो अति सभीत कहा सुनो हनुमाना. In great fear, he said, called Hanumanji quickly, हनुमान जी आओ कर कमन मन से पुरुष जुगल बल रूप निधान. These two appear to be very, very powerful warriors. Bal Roop Nidhana. They seem to be repositories of great strength. तो एक काम करना हनुमान जी, do something for me. धरी पट रूप देखते जाए. Taking the form of a Brahman, you go and find it. Who are these people? And then when you have some idea of who they are, जब जान जाओगे तो मुझे बता देना by signal to me as to whether it will be safe or otherwise. ऐसे बताना. तो रामा आगे रामा पठे ये बानी होई मन में रामा हो रामा taking the form of a Brahman, विप्र रूप धरि कपितः गयो और माथनाय पूछत अस भयो. He bowed respectfully and he asked, को तुम श्यामन गौर शरीरा? Dark one, dark-hued one, and fair-skinned one. Who are you? को तुम श्यामन गौर शरीरा क्षत्रिय रूप फिरे मन वीरा. In the form of Kshatriyas, you are walking this part of the forest, walking these forest paths. When I think about it, Hanumanji is speaking to Bhagavan Ramchandra, of course, who was the dark-hued one, and Lakshmanji, who was the fair-skinned one. When I look at you, Mridula Manohar Sundar Gata, to look at you, you are so enchanting, man ko harne wale roop hai tumhare. Mridula Manohar Sundar Gata, so beautiful, look at handsome. You have the ability to steal away the minds of people. Mridula Manohar Sundar Gata, और सहत दुसहपन आतप पाता बैठिए. And you are suffering in this harsh jungle conditions, walking these difficult paths. क्या हुआ है? तो मृदुल मनोहर सुंदर गाता सहत दुसहपन आतप पाता. These difficult roads, ये जो बाट हैं जंगलों के, कठिन भूमि कोमल पदगामी. The ground here is very harsh, conditions are very harsh. कठिन भूमि कोमल पदगामी. कौन है तुमन विचरे ओ स्वामी? My lords, for what reason are you walking these forest paths? This is the inquiry of Hanuman Swami. पूछ रहे अपने देवता से, श्री रामचंद्र जी से पूछ रहे. Then something entered his head. While he was standing in the presence of Bhagavan Ramchandra ji, and he was asking questions, something entered his head. He knew that from time to time Bhagavan takes avatar. And he also knew of the prophecy that Bhagavan Vishnu would take avatar as Shri Ram. He knew this. तो पूछते हैं कि हे देव की तुम तीन देव महबूब, are you from among the gods? From the three devatas Brahma, Vishnu, Mahadev में से कोई हो? Nar Narayan को तुम दो, are you Nar and Narayan, the great saints? Avatar Bhagavan Vishnu Narayan come upon the earth. He's asking, are you he? And he said, Hari Om Jag Karan Taran Bhavahi Bhanjan Dharni Bhar. Are you he who has come upon this earth to liberate her from the burdens she carries because of the wrongdoing, the evil which is so pervasive? Jagakarana Tarana Bhavahi Bhanjan Dharni Bhar, relieving Mother Earth of a burden and for also giving salvation to those who worship you. Are you he who has come? Ketum Akhila Bhuvanapati Leena Manujan Avatar. Are you the Lord of Lords? Come upon this earth for the sake of the earth. See, in Sant Tulsidas Ji's very simple kathas, beautiful simple kathas based in bhakti, he also captures the eternal truths and the doctrines of Sanatana Dharma. He's discussing the doctrine of avatar and a whole lot of other things. Like it, there will be many opportunities for us to sit like this again in Satsangh. Some of us have been doing it for a very long time, and through the mercy and grace of Bhagavan, we will continue for a little while more. And some of you have many years ahead of you to be in Satsangh and to sing the glory of Bhagavan and receive the blessings of Bhagavan. Hariyo Asi Bole Raghuvans Kumara Vidhi Varisika Ome Kanha Asi Bole Raghuvans Kumara Vidhi Varisika Ome Kanha Koshte Kasarati Shena Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jai Chepak, this one line is Chepak, Hasi bole Raghuvansa Kumara. Shri Ram smiles and says, who can change destiny, my friend? Vidikara likha kumetanara. My father did teach me that this particular line has at least two meanings. But, well, perhaps I will share it tonight. One, that Shri Ram was actually saying that nobody can change destiny. But Tulsidas ji was saying that he who had the ability to change anybody's destiny, Vidhikara Likha ko Metanahara, Shri Ramchandra ji was smiling at Hanuman ji and tapping ji saying to him, who can change fate, my brother? Because Shri Ram, the Supreme One, through his mercy, when he showers his mercy upon us, although we generally say the law of karma is immutable, it cannot change. There is only one who can change it, and that one is Raghuvansa Kumara, Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra. To Vidhikara Likha ko Metanahara. Then he said, Kosale se Dasarath ke jaye. We are the sons of King Dasarath of Ayodhya. और हम पितु वचन मानी बनाए. We have come into the forest in exile. और सुनो, ब्राह्मण देव का मेरा नाम राम है, इनका नाम लक्ष्मण है. नाम राम लक्ष्मण तो भाई. We also had my wife Sita ji with us. तो यहाँ हरि निश्चर वैदेही. The demons have taken her away and we are searching for her. That is why we have come this far into the forest. तो यहाँ पर कथा बदल जाती है. हनुमान जी standing before भगवान श्री रामचंद्र, तो भगवान पूछते हैं उनसे कि आपन चरित्र कहा हम गाई. मैंने अपने कथा आपको सुनाया. I have told you my story. मैंने आपको सुना दिया. आपने पूछा तो मैंने बता दिया. You asked, so I told you who I am. लेकिन कहेसी विप्र निज कथा बुझाई. You ब्राह्मण देवता, you tell me what your story is. ये जो बात है ना, this is very important in our Sanatana Dharma, any great tradition. Bhagavan asked the Bhakta. Bhakta is asking Bhagavan, who are you? There is a Rajniti aspect of this. He is the spy of Sugriv, who is living in exile, and he is speaking to two princes in the forest. That is the Rajniti aspect of it, to find out from a social standpoint, from a political standpoint. But there is also something else in the Katha. Bhakta in disguise is standing in front of Bhagavan, and he is asking Bhagavan, who are you? And Bhagavan said, well, this is who I am. Now I ask you, Kahasi Vipra Nija Katha Bhujai, what is your Katha? What is your story? This is the question that all of us will have to face from time to time when Bhagavan in fact says, who are you? Kaun ho? Then, when Bhagavan asked, Kahasi Vipra Nija Katha Bhujai, Hanumanji, Ram, Siya Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Apna
When Sri Ram asked him, "Who are you? Come." Prabhu Pehchani Pare Gacharna. Something happened. There was a transformation in Hanumanji when Sri Ram asked him, "Who are you?" Prabhu Pehchani Pare Gacharna. Now he fell at the feet of Bhagavan Ram. और महादेव जी पार्वती से कहते हुए सो सुख उमा जाय नहीं मरना. That moment when Bhakta recognized Bhagavan and Bhakta fell at the feet of Bhagavan, the joy of that moment for both Bhakta and Bhagavan was such that nobody can describe it. Mahadev ji told Mata Parvati, that moment, the happiness, the joy of that moment was indescribable. जी रहे हैं भाई संसार में सब. We are all living in this world. और हम लोग भटक रहे हैं, इधर उधर भटकते रहते हैं. We drift from one pathway to another pathway, one place to another place. We put on all kinds of garbs, play all kinds of roles, have all kinds of masks. We are doing all kinds of things living in this world. And we are searching, seeking, looking for happiness. And we forget a very simple truth. That supreme joy lies at the feet of Bhagavan. Taraji, my Diksha, I have given you your Guru Mantra. Now I am giving you Siksha. Siksha is, no matter who we are, where we are, what we do, whether we be young or old or anything, joy, the spiritual joy, you will find at the feet of Bhagavan Hari, at the feet of Bhagavan Vishnu. This is basic Sanatana Dharma. Kuch bhi kar lo. But you will not find that peace, that joy, that happiness. In fact, until you have constant communion with Bhagavan, इसलिए भगवान कृष्ण ने गीता में अर्जुन को समझाया, तस्मात् योगी भव अर्जुना. तस्मात् योगी भव. Become a yogi. Not a yogi only doing hatha yoga and yoga asanas and so on, but a yogi whose mind is consciously fixed on the Supreme God. Tasmat yogi bhava. Become a yogi. Whatever you are doing must also become puja. Yatyat karma karomi tatta akhilam. जो भी हम कर्म करेंगे करते ही हैं. यदि हम इसको पूजा जान कर करें, then there will not be any problem. Whatever actions we perform must be puja to Bhagavan. Everything must be puja to Bhagavan. If you are playing dholak, if you are singing bhajan kirtan, if you are cooking prasad, if you are cooking food for the jajman who have come, if you are cleaning the mandir, if you are cutting the bamboo and other things that are necessary for puja, if you are gathering the flowers, whatever you are doing, simply arranging the chairs, preparing the mandir, all of that must be regarded as puja to Bhagavan. Everything must be puja to Bhagavan. Actually, if we know it to be puja to the most adorable of all adorable beings, to the Supreme God, then it will not be a burden at all. It will be a joy. The work we do in the name of God, in service of God, becomes a thing of joy. And that is how we can live in this world. We have that opportunity. We can live this world. So, Hari Om Puni Dhiraj Dhari Astuti Tina For a while, Pulakit Tana Mukha Avana Bhajana. When Bhakta meets Bhagavan, when Bhakta is in the shelter of Bhagavan, when Bhakta finds the feet of Bhagavan, there is a point at which you cannot talk. The words do not come out. And actually, if you experience joy for any reason, and I tell you, true joy only lies at the feet of Bhagavan, but you will also know that there are times when you cannot speak. Words fail you. Pulakitutana. His hair standing on end, Mukha Avana Bachana, could not speak. And he kept gazing at Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra Ji. Dekhat Ruchira Bhesh Ki Rachana, seeing the manifest Ram. Not the Nirgun Ram, the Sagun Ram. Dekhat Ruchira Bhesh Ki Rachana, the manifest God. You see Shri Ram. And after a while, Puni Dhiraj Dhari Astuti Kina. After a while, he clasped his hands and he prayed to Bhagavan. And now there was a different feeling. Harsha Hriday Nijanath Ichina, the happiness that he was now experiencing as he was singing the praises to Bhagavan. To Harsha Hriday, and he felt a certain joy in also recognizing his God. कि हमारे राम हमारे सामने हैं, हमारे रामचंद्र जी हमारे आगे खड़े हैं. He is thinking like this. At this time, he does ask कि मोर न्याव मैं पूछा साई, तुम कैसे पूछे उनर की नाई? I asked because I did not know. But why are you behaving as though you are ordinary mortal and asking me who I am? You already know. पहले से मालूम है आपको भगवान. God knows all of us. If even you take it that Bhagavan is the supreme consciousness that lives in all of us, all that we are, all that we do, all that we say, all that we experience is known by that consciousness which exists. तो मोर न्याव मैं पूछा साई, तुम कस पूछे नर की नाई? Why are you acting like an ordinary mortal, Shri Ram? तो बोले हनुमान जी, हरि ओम. एक मंद में मोह बसा, It is because of the illusions that you have created in this universe, your own Maya, which is under your control. Tava Maya. Whose Maya? We speak of Maya. Whose Maya is this Maya? The Maya is created by Bhagavan, and the Maya is under the control of Bhagavan. The illusions and delusions that cause us to become distracted are under the control of Bhagavan. To tab maya bas bhire bhulana, tate main Prabhu nahi pehchana. It is because of that I could not recognize you, Shri Ram. Otherwise I am not very bright. Ek mant main moha vasat. Parki se hridaya jnana, and I am not very smart and bright. Puni Prabhu mohi bisareu. And knowing that I am not very bright and not very smart, you have abandoned me. Deen Bandhu Bhagavan, He Deeno Ke Bandhu Ram. Friend of those in need, have you abandoned me? Why did you abandon me? Bhagavan, I have often said, abandons nobody. We get blinded to truth and we feel abandoned and lost. But Bhagavan is with us all the time. You must never forget this truth. God is with you all the time. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishto. I live in every heart. I am everywhere. I am inside, I am outside, I am close, I am far, I am big, I am small. I am immanent, I am transcendent. Sarvato pani padam tat sarvatokshi siromukam sarvavyapi sa bhagavan tasmat sarvagata shiva. Everything is God. Everything is God. And when we get blinded by the Maya, the illusions, when our minds are clothed in ignorance, spiritual ignorance, that's when we lose sight of Bhagavan and we ask questions. Iskatha. Then Hanumanji says, Hariyo Jadapi Nath Avagunya Prabhu Jadapi Nath Avagunya Prabhu Sevak Prabhu Hitarai Janito Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Nath ki Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Taap mein khudi rumai jaane sach bhajan rumai Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Ram Jadapi Nath Avaguna Bahu More, He Prabhu, मुझ पे ज़्यादा गुण नहीं है. I do not have any great qualities and I also have faults. Jadapi Nath Avaguna Bahu More, ढेर सारे अवगुण हैं मुझ में. लेकिन प्रभु Sevaka Prabhu Parajani Bhore. I serve you, I depend upon you, just like a little child depends upon its parents. A servant depends upon his master. लेकिन मैं कहता हूँ श्री राम, तापर मैं रघुवीर दुहाई, तुम्हारे चरणों के सौगंध है भगवान, I swear by you. The only way that the jiva can get out of this bondage, this sansara, and find its way to salvation, कि नाथ जीव तब माया मोहा. The jiva, nath jiva tava maya moha. The jiva is enchanted, trapped by your own maya. So nistare tumhare hi choha, and can come out of it only through your blessings and grace. No other way. So nistare tumhare hi choha. Actually, this is why Bhagavad Krishna eventually 1866 Bhagavad Gita says to Arjuna, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Saranam Braja. Come surrender to me now and I will take care of you. And I've said elsewhere not too long ago, this is not a passive statement to us to just surrender to God and do nothing. It is part of our preparation to achieve greatness, to surrender to God. तो नाथ जीव तब माया मोह सो निस्तरे तुम्हारे छुआ, और तापर मैं रघुवीर तुम्हारी. लेकिन एक बात है, तुम्हारे सौगंध, I swear that by you, I tell you, कि जाने वो नहीं कछु भजन उपाय. I do not know how to worship you. I really do not know. We come back to where I started. We don't even understand the nature of God fully. We do not fully comprehend the nature of God, and we really do not know how to worship God. We have devised ways and means for thousands of years. We have argued, we have quarreled, we have fought. When I say we, I am not only talking about among ourselves. All the great traditions have questions raised by scholars from time to time, what is to be done and what is not to be done. And not only in the context of religion, but in the context of life itself. Because religion is part of life. The greater question is life and the destiny of humankind, the destiny of the world. These are the greater questions, beyond the boundaries. So, thousands of years we have talked about it. The answer in Sanatana Dharma is surrender to Bhagavan. And Hanumanji saying, remember Hanumanji himself is an avatar of Mahadevji, but he's saying, I do not know how to worship you. And of course, I think this is a good point to formally end the Katha, because there are many ways of worshipping Bhagavan. And very briefly, we did puja, that's one way of doing worship to Bhagavan. We do kirtan, we did kirtan, it's one way of worshipping Bhagavan. You listen to what I was saying, that is Ravana, that is one way of worshipping Bhagavan. You are engaging in satsang right now, that is another way of worshipping Bhagavan. You have done service to the mandir and to the community, that's another way of worshipping Bhagavan. There are such a variety of ways in which we can worship Bhagavan. Sanatana Dharma formally speaks to Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga with all its different divisions. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam, from Bhagavad Puran, describing the different forms of Bhakti. Anek prakar ke Bhakti hai, there are many ways of worshipping. Lekin, so there is a line though in Sant Tulsidasis Ramcharitmanas that says, Pannagari suna prema sama bhajanana duje an. But the greatest of all forms, Kagabhushungaji is speaking to Garuda, Pannagari suna prema sama bhajanana duje an. The greatest bhajan, the greatest worship to Bhagavan is based in love, prayer. तो हरि व्यापक सर्वत्र समाना प्रेम ते प्रकट होई में जाना. God is present everywhere in this universe, but He manifests Himself because of love. Okay? Ram ही केवल प्रेम प्यारा, भगवान wants only love. You see, some of us, we get so smart and bright sometimes that we forget the simple truths of life. Love God. And if you want to love God and you want to know how to love God, then also love people. Because there is God in people. And this world itself is a manifestation of God. Learn to love it too. Hari Om, Hari Vyapak Sarvat बोलो सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय. This is writing of Sant Tulsidas Ji. God is present everywhere. Hari Vyapak Sarvatra Samana in all. But Prema te pragat hoi mein jana. True love Bhagavan is revealed. That other line I spoke about is from the Ramacharya as well. It's a very, very interesting katha. छोटा सा कथा मैं बताता हूँ आपको. Then we have Havan to do an arti to do. While we are doing Havan, there will be one or two bhajans, and then when we have finished the arti and done the visarjan of the Vedi, when we close the Vedi, then whatever social aspects of this evening's event, whatever the social aspects are, other than of course that we have gathered here for Satsangh and Puja, we can then attend to those. Yes? तो सज्जनों, छोटा सा कथा है. श्री रामचंद्र जी, लक्ष्मण, सीता जी, three of them are in the forest. And first the Devatas came, the celestials, the Devatas came. And they did what Devatas do. They sat down with Shri Ram, they chatted with Shri Ram, they found out how he was, how his mission was going and those kinds of things. And they left. Then the saints came. And then the saints came and reciting beautiful Sanskrit mantras and hymns and so on. They praised Bhagavan and they described the glory of Bhagavan to the best of their understanding. They bowed, served him. They also left. Then the forest dwellers came. They were not Devatas. They were not kings. They were not saints. They were for simple forest dwellers. They came and said, Lord, we do not know much, but we know the forest. We live here in the forest. And we have come to tell you, sir, that if there is anything that you need at any time, please let us know. With our entire families, we will come and serve you. And Shri Ram smiled. And he said, Ram hi keval prema pyara. Ram wants only love. Nothing else. Bolo Siyapati Ramachandra ki jai. Bolo Sant Kavi Maharaj Tulsidas ki jai. Sajjano. Now what we will do is to do Havan. And Panditji, I need your assistance here. One of the Pandits who is present, any one of you can come and sit by the Havan and prepare the Havan. And Jajman can also join us. You all will sing a couple of bhajans later in the meantime. And then we will take it from there.
काहे सुतल बाहो क्यों मन सूतल बारो काहे सूतल बारो मंगवा जपे सीताराम 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 राम काहे सूतल बारो काहे सूतल बारो मंगवा जपे सीताराम 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 राम जागे जागे धरती माता ओ जागे धरती माता राम राम भजन बिन सोना जीवन काहे जन्म गवाता हर काहे जन्म गवाता निश्चय सारी मैं जीवन राम हमरे दाता ओ राम हमरे दाता चिंतन होता रखना और सभी छूट जाना और सभी छूट जाना वो स्वामी
सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय सज्जनों आरती की तैयारी। बाद सत्यनारायण विष्णु राम कथा. Satyanarayan Bhagavan is a form of Bhagavan Vishnu. Ram Ji is a form of Bhagavan Vishnu. We've done Shri Ram Katha. And this is a Vishnu Mandir. Shri Bhagavan Vishnu ke Sundar Mandir. So tonight we will do Jai Jagadish Hare, one closing Aarti, and then we will do Satsangh. Please stand. Hari Jai Jagadish Hare, Swami Jai Jagadish Deva कुछ है तेरा स्वामी, सब कुछ है तेरा, तेरा तुझको अर्पण, तेरा तुझको अर्पण, प्याला है तेरा, ओ जय जगदीश स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे, दास जनों के संकट ओम जय जगदीश हरे। बोलो सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, बोलो राजा रामचंद्र की जय, बोलो सत्यनारायण स्वामी की जय, वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, बोलो उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, बोलो आदि शक्ति दुर्गा भवानी की जय, बोलो भागे सब संतन की जय, सकल पंच गुरु जन के जय जय। सीताराम विराजे वर सज्जनों, प्लीज टेक योर सीट्स नाउ। There's a little couple of minutes of yours that I need as we do Satsangh, and this is part of our tradition. And then I will beg your indulgence for a few minutes. Yes? Hari Om Yantu Devagana Sarve Pujamādāya Mānakim Ishtapada Siddhārtam Punarāgamanāya Ca Om Santi 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 Hari Om Katha Visarjan hota hai सुनो वीर हनुमान, राम लक्ष्मण जानकी सदा करो कल्याण, एक घड़ी या दो घड़ी आधो में तुम याद, तुलसी संगत साथ में कटत कोटि अपराध, जो जन जहाँ से आए हो कथा सुने मन लाए, अपने अपने धाम को विदा होत हरसाए, देवता सब आश्रम गए, शंभु गए नाश, रामायण मम हृदय आय करो तुम वास, राम लक्ष्मण जानकी भरत शत्रुघ्न भाई, कथा विसर्जन होत है, इनको शीश नवाय सिया पति रामचंद्र जी की जय शरणम, उमापति महादेव जी की जय शरणम, पवन सुत हनुमान जी की जय शरणम, उरैसा जगन्नाथ जी की जय शरणम, वृंदावन कृष्णचंद्र जी की जय शरणम, अयोध्या राम लला जी की जय शरणम। हरि ओम तत्सत धर्मस्तु। बोलो सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। जय सीताराम। Right, so our puja has been completed, bhajan kirtan has been formally completed, Ram Katha has been formally completed. Mr. Gosai-ji, now it is over to you. बोलो सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय।
Secondly, Dharmacharya, Pandit Dr. Parasram, resident Pandit here, Pandit Sudhil Basti Maharaj, Panditji Basti Maharaj, other learned Pandit, Guru MP Chandra Sharma ji, former Ambassador Nana Ghulam, Doctor. I must thank all of Kirtan Group I must thank all of you here today. It's a very important part of Hindu life. You be a witness to my wife being christened by our Dharmacharya. I don't want to get into Hindu scripture and have to put on a tea job, but christening, which we talk about currently, Guru Diksha, is very, very important. According to Hinduism, it's one of the way attaining oneness with the Creator. I believe that, and that's all.